Hi, you know me. I'm Anne of Green Gables. The morning sun peeks over the horizon, casting a golden glow across the countryside. The air is crisp and filled with the scent of fallen leaves, and as the first rays of light filter through the lace curtains of my bedroom, I can't help but feel a surge of excitement for the day ahead. I spring out of bed, my heart brimming with joy at the sight of the vibrant autumn colors outside my window. The trees are dressed in their finest hues of red, orange, and yellow, and the ground is a patchwork quilt of leaves. It's as if the whole world has been painted with a brush dipped in sunshine and warmth. After a quick wash, I dress in my favorite cozy sweater and head downstairs. The kitchen is already filled with the comforting aroma of freshly baked bread and the rich scent coffee brewing. I take a moment to savor the warmth of the room, feeling grateful for the simple pleasures of life. Breakfast is a delightful affair, with a hearty bowl of oatmeal topped with honey and a sprinkle of cinnamon. As I eat, I gaze out of the window, watching the birds flit about, busy with their morning routines. The countryside is alive with the sounds of nature, a symphony of chirps, rustles, and the distant lowing of cows. With breakfast done, it's time to step outside and embrace the day. I slip on my boots and wrap a scarf around my neck, ready to explore the wonders of the autumn morning. The air is cool and invigorating, and each breath feels like a sip of pure, fresh air. I wander down the path, my feet crunching through the leaves, and marvel at the beauty all around me. The fields are dotted with pumpkins and the last of the summer flowers, their colors vibrant against the backdrop of the changing season. I can't resist picking a few wildflowers to brighten up the kitchen table. As I continue my walk, I come across the old stone bridge that arches over the bubbling brook. The water is crystal clear, reflecting the brilliant colors of the trees above. I pause for a moment, leaning on the weathered stones, and listen to the soothing sound of the water as it flows over the rocks. It's a perfect spot to reflect and appreciate the tranquility of the countryside. Further along the path, I meet Mrs. Jenkins, the kind-hearted lady who lives in the charming cottage at the edge of the woods. She's out in her garden, tending to her autumn vegetables. We exchange warm greetings, and she offers me a basket of freshly picked apples. I thank her and promise to bring her some of my homemade apple pie later in the week. As I make my way back home, I pass by the old barn where Mr. Thompson is busy staking hay bales for the winter. He waves and calls out a cheerful hello. The barn cats, always curious, peek out from their cozy nooks, their eyes following my every move. Back at home, I set a basket of apples on the kitchen table and decide to spend the rest of the morning baking. The kitchen soon fills with the sweet aroma of apple pie mingling with the lingering scent of fresh bread. I hum a cheerful tune as I work, feeling a deep sense of contentment. With the pie cooling on the window sill, I settle into my favorite armchair by the fireplace. A good book in hand, I lose myself in the pages, the warmth of the fire and the coziness of the room making it the perfect autumn morning. As the day progresses, I take a moment to write a letter to a dear friend, sharing the joys of the season and the simple pleasures of this life of mine in countryside. The act of writing feels almost meditative, a way to connect with loved ones and share the beauty of the world around me. I wrap my hands around the steaming mug of hot cocoa, the warmth seeping into my fingers I take a sip, the rich chocolatey flavor mingling with a hint of cinnamon. Sitting by the window, I watch the leaves fall, each sip bringing a sense of comfort. And I then spread out my crafting supplies on the table, ready to create. Today I'm making a leaf garland. I carefully string together colorful leaves, each one unique and beautiful. Once finished, I hang the garland across the mantel, adding a touch of autumn to my living room. And now, about pumpkin. Instead of carving, I decided to paint my pumpkin this year. I gathered some small pumpkins and a variety of acrylic paints. I let my creativity flow, painting whimsical designs, autumn scenes, or even cute faces on the pumpkins. Once dry, I display them on the porch, adding a festive touch to this home. Then I collect some of the most beautiful leaves I can find and press them between the pages of a heavy book for a week or so, I think. Once they be flat and dry, I arrange them on a piece of cardstock, creating a lovely autumn scene. I frame the artwork and hang it on the wall, permanent reminder of the season's beauty. Finally, I take a few mason jars and decorate them with autumn leaves and twine. I use a bit of Mod Podge to adhere the leaves to the outside of the jars, then wrap the tops with twine for a rustic look. Inside, I place a small tea-light candle. When lit, the jars cast a warm, flickering glow, perfect for cozy evenings. For the rest of this morning, I settle again into my favorite armchair, a soft blanket draped over my lap. The fireplace crackles warmly, casting a gentle glow across the room. I open my book, the pages rustling softly, and lose myself in the story. The warmth of the fire and the comfort of the blanket make this moment really perfect. I truly, truly love